Hi everyone, today we'll be speaking about and testing Soleil. I know that everyone will be thinking about Folio, which is the new hero, but I don't know anything about the new hero. I know what they have published looks like it's going to be a damage type of hero because it has a magic penetration and magic attack, so another magic hero. But until we are not able to test it, which will be at the end of the month because it will go through the hero way. So probably we will not be able to test it until the end, so until the end of the next month, at least for normal players. Saying this also, I was not expecting that they will release a hero after the other, and looks like that the idea will be, from my understanding, it will be 4 titans and 8 heroes. So if now is a hero, probably the next month will be a new titan. Okay, it's my opinion. I could be wrong again, but it's what I think. Is this good or is this bad? So 40 tons per year, I still think is a lot because it's very expensive. But if you have the already your titans ready to fight, then 40 times per year is perfectly fine because you are able to get one artifact of dust, so you will get enough dust for building one artifact of the Titan every month. So in 3 months, you will be able to max out the hero. And also what I mentioned before, there are strategies like the one I am doing, which is I am not doing anything related to air, water, and fire. So all my crowns for darkness and light titans, I am not doing it. Okay, so this is for the part of titans. So 4 titans per year, I don't think it's that bad. 3 will be better because I think 3 it will be able to everyone free to pay to be able to get it. Okay, we need to remember also that based on Tenebris, the weapon artifact, which is super important in Titans, are behind a huge wall. Like in my case, I couldn't level up, max out the weapon of Tenebris. Okay, what is concerning is the part of 8 heroes. I think 8 new heroes every year is a lot, taking into account like it's not only to max out the hero, it's the thing of the glyphs, right? Like when you have a hero that is new hero and you improve the glyphs of the hero, it's similar to a hero getting 3 skins. Like then they are not, so glyphs will be more important. So people spending a lot of money in glyphs, it will be much better. So for example, if I go to Lara already got the skins, but I know that in mine you go to Kayla. Kayla has only the physical attack and armor. Armor she got it recently, but in mine the armor was not released. You have only a super skin. But you do the glyphs of Kayla, then you will be able to, you do it max out level 80, Kela will be much stronger than normal one. So the glyphs will have more effect in heroes than doesn't have any skin than heroes than they have all the skins because the difference will be much bigger. Okay, so this is one thing. Another thing is if we think about last year, I think last year, if let me see, but if I am not wrong, I think the first heroes they released and was the first time since Morrigan Corvus that they released 2 heroes was Kela Aiden. I think later they released Cascade, and later I think was Octavia, and finally at the end of the year, almost at the end, Oya. So they released 5 heroes. So instead of being 8, it's going to be, so instead of being 5, it's going to be 8 compared to the last year. It's a lot of more. In my case, I was not expecting at all, and totally transparent with you guys. I leveled up my Soleil to the max I could. I will show you later. And then I did Dark Star. I did the main skins, which is agility, armor penetration, and physical attack. I did my defense without anything. And dodge almost without anything. I did the artifacts, the book, and the ring. I don't need the weapon because I use Dark Star mainly to kill Jasmine level 80 as a first line in Dante Octavia teams, and then glyphs I left for the next glyphs event to level up Dark Star. So my Dark Star for what I need, it was ready. So I spent all the gears I have in start level up Orion. I spend all the gears. I start spending in a little bit magic attack every day. I start to level up artifacts, because I wanted to use Orion. Orion is very good. It's not a good hero, but it's very good with Helios and Jasmine against any Jasmine Sebastian critical hit team that doesn't have Octavia. So having Orion is very important. Then things like Astaroth, Nebula, Iris, Orion, Helios is a very good counter against critical tintin. So I was doing Orion. I was not expecting another hero, less another magic hero. So right now I don't have gears for magic heroes, nor I think I have books. Like because, for example, I have 193, which is 5 stars, 6 stars, sorry, to be able to max out the book of a hero. But if I do it the new hero, which is going to be folios, is going to be a my penetration type of book. So this book I will not be able to have for Orion. Okay, so I was not expecting this. It's okay, not ideal, but it's what it is. Anyways, I don't know. Like for me, it's a lot. Like I think I will be able to afford, because currently I am missing like 3 or 4 heroes only that I use every day, which are, or I would like to use, which are Orion, Celeste, Keira, and probably Rufus. Is the only 4 heroes, and maybe Galahad for being able to test. No, because I will use in attack or in defense. So really, I need like 3 max 4 heroes to be able to finish the heroes I need for attack. Okay, which is the and for defense. So for me, it's not a big issue, but for the majority of people, having that many heroes is going to be a pain in the butt. Okay. Anyways, so what I have done here is I test finally my Soleil, which is was the topic of the video. This one, okay, very important. I went to 5 stars, 150. I have not paid £60 or $60 to be able to level up this to max out. I will not do it. Okay. Skin is done. Artifacts, I did the book, which I think is the most important for him. I never do the ring for intelligence, only for very critical heroes like Iris or Aiden. Need to be really a very valuable heroes, or Heidi, to be able to do this ring. I don't think it gives you too much for the cost. I always leave for the last thing. And I was able to max out the weapon of Soleil. Okay. For glyphs, I left magic defense because I don't think it's relevant currently. She has 15k of magic defense, so I don't think it's relevant. Saying this, and for my text, as you can see, I think the big problem of Soleil is he needs a little bit of magic penetration, and he needs maybe a little bit of magic attack and a little bit of health. The talisman of Soleil is very bad. It's armor and intelligence. As I mentioned before, talisman of intelligence are not good talismans. Okay. So Soleil is good or bad hero? I will say so. They have some use. The main use I see for Soleil is to protect Dante in a Dante Octavia team, but you cannot use Soleil as a fourth position because only have 200k of health. So it should be Dante, something Soleil, something Octavia. Okay. Also in progress team, because it defends Julius, and Julius is a very strong tank. Moreover, you have Julius level 70 with Soleil, is a very strong defense team. Okay. And then you have also the possibility to play Soleil with any kind of Kayla Aiden teams. Is what I have seen most commonly use Soleil. Okay. So saying this, let's go to the test. I have prepared already a couple of tests, my teams. So the teams I prepared for testing were Nature. The reason I'm playing Nature is because someone in the comments asked me for Nature. So Masi, Albanor, Moyo, with Aster and Soleil, with Oya, and with Aurora. Then I went with 3 different versions of Oya Tristan or Tristan alone with Soleil to see what it works. Like one is the Oya Tristan with Kayla Aiden, the other is the one with Fafnir with a tank that jumps in the middle, which is good for Soleil, or using Clever in a manner that Soleil protects mainly Kayla. Other option, the traditional JAJ with Nebula and Soleil without putting Judge and putting Sebastian with Lara. And then the other option will be Julius, but as we will see, I think the previous option is better than one that doesn't use Judge. Okay, so let's go to the test. I think I did a couple of them. So the first option was the part of using Nature. Nature is a very good team, in my opinion, in attack against Oya Tristan teams, but it's very bad in defense. In the moment that you put Iris, anything you can put there, you can destroy. Okay, I go with this team. The back pan is Eternity. From I put a tank with a Nebula. Works, you can also go with 4 heroes. You will beat this team, okay, without any problem. I try here to go with Cascade against this team because the thing is here is very important because it's Oya, and Oya will pick up the hero with the lower health. In that case will be Cascade, and if you don't play with Cascade will be Phobos. I want to do some combinations, and one thing I realized is this team has a lot of damage in the front line. I think particularly Soleil does too much damage in the center of the team, and I think having Soleil with my penetration will be interesting thing. Okay. Anyways, you go with Dante, Nebula, Iris, Octavia. You beat this team, and then I start to trying to find other teams that didn't not require Dante, Nebula, Octavia. You go with the traditional Tristan, Oya, Fire Siblings, Fafnir, 10-0. Okay, and then this was the team that worked for me. Astaroth, Iris, Cascade, Faceless Phobos. Also, you get 10-0, a little bit weak. As you see, you lose sometimes Astaroth and you lose sometimes Cascade, but it worked. And then the next team was with Aurora. And again, if you go with Dante, Nebula, Iris, Octavia, 10-0. Then it's okay, I don't want to use Dante Octavia. I prefer to save Dante Octavia. I try with different tanks, double tank, 5-5. And then say, okay, let's go because I have Faceless. Let's use Faceless Jorge, which is one of the all and still valid combos. I get a 10-0, but it was very risky. And you see, you lost almost the first three heroes. Okay, and then I leave it like this because you can find more teams to beat this. So I went then to the Tristan option, this one here. So I went with the traditional Corvus Morrigan with Astaroth and sorry with Astrid, and then I put Iris here because Iris does a lot of damage, protected by Clever in front of me because Clever will pick up Aiden. In the moment you see always Aiden in 5th position, use Clever because with the hook of Clever, it will pick up Aiden in front line, and then the damage you do in the front line will go against Aiden, and then you will be able to kill it. If you leave Aiden a lot of time in the back line, increasing the health of the whole team, it will make the team very difficult to be beaten. Okay, the other one was using Luther, 10-0 with very similar team, using Nature with Corvus. The other one was using Clever, 10-0. In other words, whereas I see a little bit some possibilities with the Masi, Albanor, and Mojo. The problem is Iris is a hard counter of that team, so no value there. I would say I will discard Nature. For the part of Kela, Aiden, Oya, Tristan, I will use only Soleil. If there is any reason that I have removed Oya and I put in a different team or something like this, I don't see the use of Soleil in this team. I think there are other alternatives. And then we go finally with Progress. And I think in Progress there are more options. So the first things I did is against the first version of Progress, which is JJ. So Julius, Judge, Isaac with Nebula and Soleil. I went with the natural on JJ counter, which is using Sebastian and Astrid, and I got 0-10, but because it's a complete draw. So Soleil is almost able, instead here, to hold the line and protect enough Julius to draw the match. Okay, so this is good. Then the next team is okay, what happened if I put Lara? So Sebastian Lara, which is a very strong team, I got a 10-0. Okay, it's too much damage for this team. Then the other option is this team still vulnerable or can be killed with tough? The answer is yes. Okay, so this Nebula Soleil doesn't look as a good idea. Then the other team I was trying, and I think it's very nice, is I know Lara works very well with Sebastian. So I say Lara, Sebastian, Julius. I would put Isaac because it will help in healing, seals, and also make Lara stronger. And then I will put Soleil in the center of the team, so well protected, and can protect Julius enough, which is what you really need. And I try to fight with the option of Julius and say, let's see how it works. And you see 0-10 in favor of this team, which is quite good. Okay, I think this thing could have possibilities. One important thing, sorry, I forgot to mention is Kayla is almost level 70. My Dante is level 75. My Lara is level 60. Okay, for the matches you have seen. Okay, so the next match I went with Taf and I get 9-1 this time with Soleil. Okay, this is quite interesting. That is not a guarantee anymore with Soleil, with Lara and Sebastian. Then the next team I went is with the Oya, Tristan, Kela, Aiden, Fafnir, 2-8 in favor of this team. So it looks like it's performing well. Then I went with Dante, Nebula, Lara, Astrid, Octavia, and 9-1. Okay, so you see it has options here. Looks like it has relevant options. Then I went with the AXA team. So Astaroth, Cesa, Aiden, 9-1. And then I tried with an Astaroth Nature with Cesa at the end because Cesa in theory is a hard counter of Lara and Soleil for the low. Well, not Soleil, we say with Lara because Lara doesn't have too much magic defense. So, but despite of this, you get 1-9. Okay, we can see a video of what happens here. It's quite interesting. I was surprised. I was expecting much better result here. The idea was Astaroth will burn the energy of Lara. Then also we have the resurrection, so it should not be too much problem. Also, we have two heroes here that have armor, which is Astaroth and Masi. And Masi particularly will be protected with Albanor with the Earth rune. But despite this, we were not able to kill Julius or Cesa kill anything despite having magic attack from Albanor and magic attack from from Mojo. But you see what happens here, Lara? It makes a very strong attack and kills everything. Okay, and you see we have not done almost damage, which means this could be, I think this could be a good team in defense. Okay, the team on the right, I think is where I see Soleil. If Soleil's improve and start to getting a better magic penetration, start to getting this type of things on magic attack, it will make the hero much stronger. So I think it's a good option, this one here, and something to take into account. Okay, like maybe other people will prefer to remove from here Isaac and put Jasmine. So something Lara, Jasmine, Sebastian, Julius with Soleil could be an option. The only problem here is then you could be vulnerable to Orion Helios, okay, because it's a lot of critical hits. Whereas in this team here, you have two heroes, Isaac and Soleil, then if not, if Julius doesn't ultimate, they will not have critical hits, right? So this is it will not make that vulnerable against Helios Orion type of teams, okay? So short version, I think this thing could have possibilities. I think Soleil is not a hero that I will advise for the first 20 heroes, but it's an interesting hero that we will need to see in the future when we get more skins if it's valuable or no. Okay, the point is I still not using Soleil in defense, I still not using Soleil in attack, and we are getting already the new hero, so it's very difficult, at least for me, to be able to test properly in depth each of the heroes, right? Because it's like I don't have time. So it will be also very difficult to decide on level up one hero or no. My advice is, or what I am going to be doing for the next heroes is I am not going to level up them. I am going to leave it. I will be doing slowly the skills because it's gold and I have a lot of gold and I don't need. And I will leave it like max out in skills 120 for sure because I have potions to move everything to 120 without any problem. I will leave it 120 with all the skins done. I will not spend any skin. I will not do anything. If I get a weapon artifacts, I will get them. If I don't get all, I will not be able to max out. I will not max out. And then I will leave the heroes. I will see if people use them. And if people start to using them, people who has max out accounts, maybe I will, or if I see clearly that for the description of the hero is good, I will level up. Okay, it's going to be my approach because if we are going to have one hero every month or one titan every month, it's going to be difficult to maintain the line. Because for me now is what should I do? Should I do Keira, Orion, or Celeste, or should I do the new hero that is going to be released? Right? And for me, it's like I don't know. Maybe I need to do Orion. Maybe for me, for attack, it's better to have Orion to have a very good counter with Helios against critical hit teams instead of having the new hero that I don't know is going to be usable or no. Okay, so this is my approach, and let me know what you are going to be doing with all these new heroes. See you.